like soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, mind makes right. In for the fight. Starlight out on starlight out on starlight out on cosmic soldier. Give me space and I'm in a good place. Very serious, mysterious, I make right. In for the fight. Starlight out on. Starlight out on.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. We had a stream set up. I deleted the vertical, and for some reason it would not let me change it, and it kept saying, "Oh, we can't play on YouTube because one of the videos was deleted," and it wouldn't just switch to vertical because it's fucking retarded. So I will not be using vertical streaming or the both streaming because the last 4 streams that I set it to do both, the vertical never went live, apparently, from the YouTube studio. So we'll just be doing it the old school way until they get that fixed on StreamYard and YouTube's end. Apparently people hate it when I hit my vape. So
YouTube didn't like that at all. Okay, back now.
Yeah, those damn buttons do not like it. I mean the viewer numbers as well is always bugged. What is up, Josh? What is up, Just Becca? What is up, Lauren? What is up, Tootie Bug? I see Tootie's up here. How are y'all doing? If y'all want to go get Miss D, we're gonna do this is gonna be a quick stream because I am bored and it's Sunday, don't want to do much work for this. We're going to start the Second Amendment topic that I want to run with on my channel for a little bit.
Oh, fine. I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, no.
This is like a preview, right?
Yes, this is a preview.
Oh, okay.
We're going to start with the Constitution and at what I believe it means, not some high-priced biased lawyer. We're going to be reading from the US Constitution.org. No, we're not. We're going to do .gov. We're not going to do .org.
Who that?
It is Josh. What's up, Josh?
Howdy,
What's up, Miss Josh?
I came for the guns.
Nice try, Fed. We're not showing guns right now.
Oh, you can have a gun. I came for the sex.
Look. All I'm saying is you can tell your Fed buddies they can raid my house for guns, but when it turns into a sex dungeon, don't go, oh no, oh no. They were warned, all right? They were warned.
I actually more or less came up to clear up some misconceptions about weapon ownership that most tend to claim. I've heard them even by you a few times here. So, when the debate comes about, I'm going to be throwing some shit fire on it.
Some shade?
You can try.
Well, okay. Yeah. So one of the examples will be a fully automatic. Can be legally owned.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can quite literally own a machine gun in the United States.
Yes. As long
Depending on what state you're in.
It's made before 1989.
Well, 86, I think it was, something like that, right? But even so, you might not actually even need a license for ownership. No. Kind of depends on what state you're in.
But you have to have a federal tax stamp and an NFA permission slip.
The tax stamp is effectively, and I know it sounds that way, right? But the tax stamp is actually more onto the weapon itself, and that depends on when it was purchased.
It's on the weapon. Well, not really, because I own this bad boy right here, right? This 1911. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we hear it.
always hear it.
What you're hearing is me unscrewing the threaded cap. See,
Mhm.
I can own a threaded barrel 1911 with no tax stamp,
Mhm.
but the thing that goes on the threaded barrel, I have to have a
You
tax.
have to have, yep.
Yeah, that is kind of the weird thing about firearms that has really, it's weird, right? Like you can own machine guns, but the moment that you start adding like grip handles and stuff like that, like all of the weird bells and whistles
Well,
that you can buy.
you can own an AR-15, but if you have a bayonet lug, a pistol grip, and a grip, it becomes a felony because you can only have 2 attachments like that.
You can own a firearm in every state. You may not possess an AR in some states. Strangely enough, like New York has made it fucking
Well, no,
illegal.
I'm saying federally, if you put
Yeah.
if your weapon has a bayonet lug and a pistol grip, that's all you can have. If you add a forward grip of any
Yeah.
kind, whether it's another pistol grip or it's a
That's kind of
side
the
grip.
point, though, right? It is things get so damn weird, and we say them like as in they're a matter of generalization when they're really not, but the specifics go down to just weird stuff.
Like the AR that I own, right? It is a Vietnam style rifle without, it doesn't have the capability to attach a dust guard over it, because a dust guard is one of those parts that you can't have on it without it being considered an automatic weapon. It has a bayonet lug and a pistol grip, and that's it.
The dust guards. Weren't they the thing that went on the front?
And you can't have an adjustable stock. So actually, yeah.
The adjustable stock then came down to how they tried to reclassify pistols or so. I'm not a big fan of the ATF when they start playing around with that shit, right? Because that is effectively.
This is where you and I tend to agree on authoritarianism, because I do believe that it's the government's right to regulate, but the thing is, they should not be able to regulate out of existence our right. Right, our right is to own whatever the current the Second Amendment applies to all weapons, but it is in principle for the weapons that the military has available.
I got a dumbass question. What gives them the right to regulate?
I just think they have the right because I'm an authoritarian.
Well, the way
it does say a regulated militia.
Yeah, a well-regulated, right? But that's up for interpretation, right? And that's the problem. What is well-regulated, right?
The problem, yes.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing, and like where me and Josh would probably disagree, because we disagree about the cannabis aspect, and this is kind of what I go on, is citizens are not subjects. The whole point of being a citizen of a nation is that you have a say-so in its governance.
Ooh,
and in order to be a citizen of a nation, that means that you are automatically elevated above those who are residents of the nation. See, I don't think every person born in America should even have citizenship. I think that's where I get.
I agree. Birthright citizenship thing is misinterpreted.
Citizenship must be earned by service to the nation and your fellow man. In general, only those who have a gained and vested interest in society should have citizenship, and thus should have voting rights.
We might actually agree on this then.
Well, yeah, no, that's the thing is we agree. I know we agree on that, but what we disagree on is like stuff like marijuana. Like I, as a citizen, think that we as citizens should be able to choose.
I'm with Josh.
Marijuana.
Just
like I think that we as citizens should be able to form militias and paramilitary groups, because that's our right.
You absolutely can get together and create even call it a membership group.
The old boys club.
Yeah, where it becomes illegal is if you start
training.
Yes,
the training aspect.
It's not defensive training; it has to be offensive training.
This is why people think This is why people think I'm a Fed. Not even you fucking with them and being like us Feds. Nah, people be like, the shit you know is why we think you're a Fed.
It's just one of those weird things, right?
You're-
Like you can
you're
get
gonna-
together as a group. You cannot get together with all of your neighbors and start doing like vehicle extractions, right? Like
You-
training for that. That is offensive. You
But
cannot do that.
it's funny. It's funny because you as a citizen can go to these companies that train
And get
people
training.
in these things and do it. That's what I find very weird.
Oh yeah. Because it depends on who you're being trained by. If it's a government agency or a stamped government
Yeah.
agency, it's
Well, you
legal.
gotta
we
figure
go-
they probably allow
gonna
these
cover the
training
ATF
places.
also.
Probably we're going to end up going through this, and I'll be pretty.
Yeah.
Honestly, they
against them.
probably allow these training places to monitor who comes in there to do this.
Well, yeah, no,
type of
we
training,
should.
and they're gonna be like,
See, here's what people don't understand. You can't be an open society that is open to everyone and anyone can come here. You can't be an economic zone without an ethos and be a constitutional republic.
Right.
Because if you open yourself up to the world and everybody can be a citizen, then you're no longer a nation. You're an economic zone where people exchange goods and services. Yeah, you like so the reason that we as Americans get Ben Shapiro telling us if you can't afford to live here, you should go somewhere else, is because we as citizens have allowed these usurious scumbags to destroy our country and turn it into an economic zone.
Yeah. People fail to recognize too, if they check their state constitution, they are obligated. The state can come snatch them up for militia duty.
Yeah, they can.
A lot of people say, no, they
that's
can't.
For, that goes to states' rights, right, Chuck?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, gotcha.
It seems odd why people wouldn't think of that. I mean, just if you even think about it, like in the context of, let's just say that we had another civil war, right? Obviously, your state that you reside in is going to lay claim to you as a an entity.
Soldier.
Yeah, they're going to pretty much dictate whatever the hell that is.
You know that there is a state military, right? And they're very
National Guard.
Yes.
No.
Like,
no.
They're beyond the
separate.
National Guard. Beyond the National Guard. Your state has its own armed forces.
If they choose to.
Yeah, it's a choice, but some states have like their own Air Force, their own Navy, and their own military.
Yeah, those are considered. Those are considered like National Guard too, like say home.
No,
they're not National Guard.
They're not National Guard. They are completely separate entities. They cannot be called up by the federal government.
Oh, now that one
strictly a state.
To all the small cluster of islands that is up in North Georgia and in South Carolina, where they all meet around those small islands. Yeah, there's a lot of
I didn't know they couldn't be called up.
Federal, non-national military.
Yeah, I didn't know they could not be called upon by the federal government.
Yeah, they're called SDF, State Defense Forces.
Yep.
They are military units that operate under the state authority of the state government only.
They have no responsibility to the feds. None.
Yeah, they're actually pretty cool, honestly, and it's funny because like they literally only do charity work most of the time.
Yeah, see, I was born a swamp bunny in North Charleston, South Carolina. So, yeah, I know those swamps. All around in there. It's crazy the shit you see out there.
Do we have anybody that is anti-2A? Honestly,
no. I think the closest we'll get is people that think the government should be able to have more regulation.
What do you mean? Do we got anybody? Could you be a little more specific?
I meant like within the community.
Oh,
well, you got not laws. You got Mel.
Mel's not part of my community.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not laws anti-2A.
Not laws is Canadian. He thinks that Americans don't deserve the right to own guns because he just hates Americans.
And then the Canadians that don't mind the guns, like 10th Man, are fucking psychotic anyway. So you're like, what the fuck? Around?
I'm actually surprised to hear that. I didn't think. Actually, I'm not even so sure I buy it yet. I didn't think not laws was anti-2A, but.
Well, he's a progressive, big time.
I don't think he's anti-2A. I think he's just argumentative. But here's the thing. Here's all the states that have self-defense forces.
Active self-defense forces.
inactive, ceremonial. Right.
That's a lie for Alabama.
Well,
We got them all over the place. My fucking neighbor runs one.
all right. What's the colors
Okay,
mean,
if
sir?
your neighbors run one, that's called a militia, and that's not a state. That's not a state defense force.
No. I'm talking about he's got his own. Is an actual company, the gun range.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
that's
He
not
does
what we're
all of it.
talking about, Tootie. That's not what we're talking
Oh.
about.
Oh.
These are actually military forces under the state government
okay,
only.
Okay. My bad. I misunderstood what you said.
You got to pay attention, darling.
What's the
you're gonna
colors
argue-
mean?
All you said was self-defense courses. That's all you said.
No, I said self-defense forces.
Force.
I heard courses.
SDF.
There you go.
Sorry, it's my. I'm half deaf and like.
What did
one of
you
my
say?
ears is 3/4 deaf in the other ear. So
the
My
green,
bad.
the green stands for active. The brown is inactive. The blue is ceremonial. The gray is non-established, and red is non-authorized under Title 32.
The hell would the ceremonial be? Like parades and shit, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Funerals, things like that.
So Alabama is inactive, but when it did have one, it had a state defense force.
I think Tennessee is inactive too, isn't it?
No.
No.
well, that's because
Uh-uh.
Alabama is highly rhinoed.
So
Highly rhinoed.
Alaska has a Alaskan land force and a naval militia.
Yeah, they have to though. There's a real nasty reason.
And they do weapons training. California has actually a land force and a naval militia that does weapons training, and California has an air wing. I'm gonna go smite you.
Yeah, Alaska is
Lauren, behave.
Smite the poochie. Oh, Tucker.
Alaska is what, like 11 miles off the coast of Russia, and it's disconnected from the United States to such a degree that
I don't think it's 11 miles. To be honest
could be
with you,
8 miles.
Could
It
be
just
wrong.
depends on whatever that ice bridge thing is frozen in.
Yeah.
Well,
That's true.
Connecticut has one that's ceremonial. They have a land force and a naval militia, but the naval militia isn't active, but they do weapons training, which is weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
The District of Columbia has one, but it's not actually officially established, and they use it as a reserve corps as well as their naval. A lot of them don't have air wings, but some of them do have air wings, like California.
Florida's got an air wing.
Georgia has a land force and an inactive naval militia, and that does weapons training for. And I know this for a fact. They do weapons training for only people that served in the military. Like if you didn't serve in the actual federal forces, you can't do the weapons training in Georgia for the shit.
Yeah.
It's over there in that's
Be
near
quiet.
our area. Right?
You be talking too much when it comes to Georgia.
Why
If I mention Georgia, Tootie needs to hirsch.
Well, to be fair, right? If we're talking about Georgia, right? I mean, technically speaking, I think they could win the Civil War or any type of like internal conflict on their own.
No,
all you have to do is give them cases of fucking beer and shotgun shells. They'll go fight the military off on their own, for no other reason.
They're too blue. They're too blue.
Georgia is not too blue.
Think it is.
Georgia is not too blue. Atlanta, Macon, and Savannah and Columbus are blue, and that's it.
Oh shit! I lived in Macon for a little while.
But no, if you actually look at U.S. history, every bad civil problem that we've had in this country, from the Civil War to the ADL to the Civil Rights Action, is because of Georgia. Like literally, Georgia is a pain in the ass to the Union. It's like the most well-kept secret. Like nobody talks about how Georgia is like the fucking ground of all civil movements in the U.S.
That's why that standing joke is that you just throw them a couple case of beers and they'll fight everything on their own for no other reason than sport.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because when it comes to the Revolutionary War, we also went the hardest on the British. Like you guys were fighting the British and in line battles and shit. And Georgia was like, "All right, look, we don't
where
like
did
you
it
and we
begin,
want
though?
you out." And the British were like, "No, we're not leaving. We like your cotton and tobacco." And the Georgia boys were like, "Okay, this is gonna
Where
hurt."
did it start? Where did it start?
What are you talking about?
The Civil War. Where did it start?
Carolinas,
In Georgia?
No, sir. Try
Sumter.
Fort Sumter.
Yeah,
Fort
that was the
Sumter,
first
South
shots
Carolina.
fired.
Oh yeah, that's my home. That's my home.
Yeah, but see, that's not really fair, right? Because like that's a little bit of a distance from Georgia, right? Georgia just didn't
It's
didn't get a
not.
chance.
It's a hop, skippy,
I've
jump.
never
Had it been
seen
the
Fort
case,
Sumter. It might not exist.
had it been a case that there was a Union fort within that spear right there, they probably would have.
The problem is the people that fired on it was the Georgia Georgia
They
regiment.
said, "Oh hell no, we want this shit."
Because it's like right on the fucking.
They said, "Hold up, fancy pants, we got this."
Yeah,
It's literally right on the border of Georgia.
as I said, there's a reason why that standing joke is give them a couple cases of beer and they'll fight it all on their own. That's just always been that way for hundreds of years. Something wrong with those people down there. They've been eating too much, I don't know, Louisiana hot sauce or what the fuck they put in the damn food down there. But them boys just want to fight over everything.
Louisiana hot sauce in Georgia.
Oh no, Josh
Is it Tabasco?
No, Josh ain't wrong. Josh ain't wrong because like there, if you look at the crime statistics for the Union, like Georgia is like not a very criminal place, but the shit that we do, like the video, like the World Star videos and the videos you see on Telegram is fucking wild. People get shot here for. People think Texas is bad. People get shot here for nothing. The police don't even do anything about it.
When they fought the Union, right? The Georgians didn't just like, well, exactly like you said, you didn't like line up and fire shots at each other. They decided, fuck this, right? Like we're gonna fight nasty. So they would take out the.
No, they burned our state down, but we killed them 3-1. They died of southern fever and they died of Georgia fever and Georgia shot.
Well, no, they would go around and fucking taking out the military trains and everything. Like Georgia just randomly.
Oh yeah, in my area, like 300 square miles around me, like every so often, people will find like gold coins from Union trains that we jacked, and like the federal government would be like, hey, hand it over, and be like, we don't know what you're talking about.
There was one tactic where they said, fuck it, right? We're gonna starve your horses out. And they fucking gone after some kind of weird feed mill, whatever the fuck it was that they were using to feed the cavalry horses. Well, they said, fuck it, we're gonna starve your horses out too for your cavalry.
Well, they fucked up. They fucked up when they came to Georgia because, like, people will talk about Sherman's March to the Sea where he burned, like, Atlanta to Savannah. But, like, they were killing and raping civilians when they first entered Georgia. For some reason, you cross over to Georgia and your mind just goes savage.
Well, that's because prior to that, Georgians were not... Most of the Georgia leaders of, like... Let's talk about, like, platoon base, right? They were nasty-ass fighters. It wasn't enough to kill
Dutch folks.
Yeah, but it wasn't for them. It wasn't enough for them to just say, "Oh, well, we're gonna have to kill the other side," right? They were like, "No, we got to fuck with them so bad that they'll never consider fucking with us ever again." They wanted
that's the Georgia mentality, though, because we be like, like even today. Like when I tell people from up north, they don't get this, but the entire South is an open range guerrilla training camp. And it gets really bad around Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, and northern Florida. Because, like, literally, that's all Georgia. That's the spirit of Georgia. The Yazoo land fraud is the reason Georgia's not bigger than Texas. Oh, shit. I got a Cash App from Alawine. From Ashtray.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Ashtray. It's not showing up, but I got the text message for it.
That's weird.
There we go. Show you something. I got you. Here's something, and then we'll get back to glorifying the great state of Georgia.
Yeah, well, if they could have ever industrialized, that was their downfall.
We were trying to industrialize. Y'all stopped it.
My money don't jiggle jiggle. It balls that make you wiggle wiggle for sure, and make me want to dribble dribble. You know, riding in my beer, you really have to see it. 6'2" in a compact, no slack, but luckily the things go back. I got a time to relax my mind, sipping something and red wine. I sit bruised from chalices, holding my palaces. Crib is so cramped, we suck us up for paralysis. Rhymes, I write them in the dark.
But no, the thing is, like, so Mississippi, Alabama, Northern Florida, those are all actually rightful territories of Georgia. And I'm not being funny just because I'm from Georgia. That's
Oh, I know.
literally,
That's how they
literally
started.
that's all those cultures are a subsect of Georgia. And if you look at the regiments from the Civil War, those were the ones that fought the hardest. Those are the ones that have the tactics of fuck you, fight me. And if you look at the cultures of the lower class, whether it's black or white, that's where you have the most violent and the most honor culture in the Western world and in America today. And it's literally if you're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck you so hard that you can't get your get back. And that's just how the Georgia mindset is when it comes to dealing with people. Now, when they're your neighbors and they're your friends and they ain't doing fuck shit and they ain't trying to fight you, you'll give them the shirt off your back because it's all about community. But once they cross that fucking line, it's break their fucking legs to the point they won't grow back straight.
Yeah.
And it's literally in our fucking DNA at this point, because when I get mad, I don't think about nobody I know thinks about like making sure anybody's whole. It's how do I get my get back and how do I make it to a point where I, one, legally get away with it, and two, they can never fuck with me again. And that's a cultural thing. But the Georgia mindset during the Civil War was literally, they're gonna burn our state to the ground anyway, because we knew that was gonna happen anyway. Like, we knew Sherman's March to the Sea because we were one of the most industrialized states in the Civil War. We were one of the states that refused to surrender. And it was all about breaking us and our mindset, and it still didn't work because where I live, there's a small cut in the woods that you can go in and still find where the old town used to be, and it's fucking burnt out, and you can find shit. And and the funny thing is, we literally attacked the hospitals. Like, if you were treating Union soldiers in a building, like, we would burn your shit to the ground and hang your family.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Gaza, like, what? Huh?
People be like, it's funny as fuck because Georgians that know history, they'll get mad about Sherman's March to the Sea, and they'll be like, you do realize in Noonan, like that castle, like that castle building, like the reason it's made of brick and looks like it does is because we burned it the fuck down the first time when they were treating Yankees. Like, I don't know. Here's how bad that Noonan Hospital gets, right? Not only did we burn the building down, but we went in and shot all of the Yankees and doctors and then burned it to the ground. Like, it was fucking, it's not fucking hilarious.
That's what happens.
Well, let's see. What was that? Because there was two POW. There was two POW prisons in Georgia. Not in Georgia, but in the Civil War. And their wardens went tit for tat. And I think one of them, it was Anderson. The one in Georgia, the one in the South was in Andersonville, Georgia. Right?
Been there.
The one in the North, let me see. And Andersonville gets a lot of heat because we lost the war, but there was one in the North, and they went tit for tat, and the North started it.
You know how hard it was to get out of Andersonville? Woof.
Well, I can't remember the one in the North.
POW camp?
Yeah.
Let me think for a minute.
No. It was Camp Douglas in Chicago. It's described the North's Andersonville, and they literally started it. They started torturing Southerners. Word got back what they were doing in fucking Camp Douglas, and we just started fucking like not feeding the Yankees. Like we're just all right, bet. And then they started shooting.
my beer.
Then they started shooting Southerners. So we're like, all right, guess what? You can't have any more water either. And I think what really broke them, I think what really made the Yankees mad at Andersonville is once we cut off the food and water, we were like, all right, they're still gonna torture and strip the Southerners of like all their possessions but their clothes. All right, bet. We just took tobacco away from the Yankees. And like I think that's what like made them the most mad. But like, yeah, no, like Camp Douglas started all of it, and then it's funny because that guy who ran Camp Douglas never faced any issues, but yet the dude who ran Andersonville was like executed for his crimes. The victors write history, and it's funny, but just because they write the history books don't mean we forget. And that
I don't think the starvation part should have been a fair concept, simply because that was inevitably how it ended up anyways. Everybody was fucking starving by the end of it.
Yeah, but Andersonville started the starvation and the no water as a repercussion for Camp Douglas shooting Confederate officers.
That's kind of how it all ended out anyways. Like everybody was being starved anyway. So what was the point?
That was war up until like
Now, if memory
1950s.
serves me right, there's like 6 or 7 prison camps.
There were, but Andersonville and Camp Douglas or Camp Davis, whatever it was, were the two worst.
Okay.
Because like here's the thing. The Confederacy was never meant to exist as a nation. We were literally fighting for the shit we were fighting for. We like both sides always intended on rejoining the Union. Honestly, if you look at the state of the Confederate government, it was not a government that had planned to exist long term. Like, and anybody who knows governance and history knows that I'm telling the truth. Literally, it was always about states' rights. People can go, oh, it was about slavery. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we were being taxed on our cash crops to pay for you guys' industrialization.
Oh, your crack crop?
I said cash crops, old man.
Hey, Chuck, do you remember that movie in the 80s? It was a miniseries called North and South.
Yeah.
My pappy was in that.
Been years since I've seen it.
Yeah. It was the TV adaptation by the novel by John Jakes.
It was a miniseries.
With Patrick Swayze. God, it had a shit ton of people. Kirstie Alley, dude from Benson, got a shit ton more. But yeah, my pappy was in it. He played a pimp. He played a pimp.
State right of self-determination, exactly, Sasquatch. I love how like neo fucking historical revisionists would be like, the state's right to what? The state's rights for self-determination. Like there was a lot of prominent Southerners that were pro ending slavery. General Lee, for instance, himself. Like people were like, well, why did they still own slaves? Why did people in the North still own slaves if they were fighting against, ending slavery? It was an economic and a propaganda victory.
Yeah, my family got to Charleston in the 1600s. My father's family from Germany, so.
Well, my thing is Georgia in particular is made up of like the most ruffian roughnecks of Europe. You've got the Scotch and the Irish. You've got the Germans and the fucking the Scandinavians. There's a very small minority of Scandinavians in Georgia. And we were the only quote unquote prison colony in the US. By the way, people give a lot of shit for Australia. Georgia was actually originally set up as a prison colony. What's up, Kevin? So, and like Georgia Georgia was supposed to be, like, technically speaking, our charter, like I said, was North Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, but it actually technically extended all the way to, like, Asia. Technically, there was no end westward until we reached the civilized world again, is how the charter was written. So technically, Japan is rightful territory of the Greater Georgia Empire. But no, unironically. But Josh, like, people don't realize a lot of the national and social upheavals that happened in America started in Georgia or were started by Georgians.
There he is.
Like
Well, being retarded.
Fort Sumter was literally bombarded by Georgia regiments.
Sumter.
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 I'm sorry. I don't speak your Yankee lingo.
Hey, I'm from there. That's how it's spoken.
Yeah. Okay.
Fort Sumter.
Anyway, it's not my fault that Reconstruction got y'all a little bit harder than it did us. I love picking on the leftists when they talk about revolution and they hate the South and they hate the Southerner, and I'm like, we're the only ones that successfully revolted in the U.S. history. South Japan, at least. That reminds me of the Beverly Hillbillies when they first moved to California. That episode where they got the Confederate battle flag out and everything. Grandma's talking about we got to help our Southern brothers in California, and it's like, Granny, California was part of the Union. Well, I'm talking about South California.
Maybe we should have a watchathon of that. That would be fun.
The Beverly Hillbillies. Oh, we most definitely can. So
that'd
here,
be
give me 1 second. Hold it down, Tootie. I'm gonna go get my milkshake. I'll be right back, and then we're gonna dive into the Second Amendment content.
I think Buddy Epson was from where I'm from, up there in Illinois. If my memory serves me. Yeah.
Let's see here.
I know Ronald Reagan was from Illinois. I remember that.
Huh.
I think Belleville, Illinois is where he was from. I'll have to get through
for sure. Okinawa for sure. I'm playing with stuff. I'm trying to hold it down.
Yeah, he was born in Belleville, Illinois, 1908.
Where is that in proximity to where you're from?
Before we move on to the Second Amendment, fun fact:
next town right over.
Georgia is literally the only state that the federal government actively tries to deindustrialize. By the way, like, there's been several big factories, like for airplanes. Glock tried to do a factory here, and the federal government each time, but we would literally pay you to go anywhere. Just not in Georgia.
People don't realize just how much of Georgia is untouched, is unfucked with, so to speak.
There's same with Illinois.
Big gap all the way from Warner Robins to almost Florida.
You take Chicago out of Illinois and you got nothing but rural.
Yeah, well, it's because of how hard we resisted Reconstruction, how hard our regiments fought in the Civil War. Like the federal government does not like the state of Georgia.
Oh, I ain't buying that. It's just because you guys got Bubba down there. They don't like Bubba.
From Arkansas.
Yeah.
Squatch, you should be up here talking Georgia. The Georgia gang, come on.
I bet you if we did, we find out Sasquatch was born way up north next to the Canadian border.
Up there in Sasquatch country.
Yeah. Hence the name Sasquatch. Mm-hmm.
He's them North Georgia mountains.
Well, that's like
Ellen, Dahlonega up there.
the dude that played Bo Duke, the blonde-headed dude, John Schneider.
Uh-huh.
You listen to him talk, you think he's born and raised in the South. He was from New York.
Yep.
Real
Whenever I
Southern
first learned that,
boy
I was
still.
like, not the Duke. No, not the Duke boy. So that was a shot to the
And
heart.
I think the other one died, didn't he? Luke Duke. What the hell was his
Oh, and
name?
Luke Duke.
Tom Glasson or something like that. I can't remember his name. I think he done did it. I could be wrong. Probably am. Story of my life.
But
know he-
let's see. Let's see here.
Let's see what.
For those of you who can see, Second Amendment, as written by the U.S. Constitution, says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. I don't like the way our government interprets it. I don't like the way that special interest groups interpret it, right? Because a well-regulated militia is obviously a regulated military unit, meaning drilled and trained.
And you're leaving, yeah, you got to throw commas. You can't skip the commas because they're there for a reason.
That's why I'm breaking it down side by side.
Gotcha.
So being necessary to the security of a free state, they're talking about citizens' rights and being a non-monarchy, non-aristocratic state. They're talking about citizens' rights and the ability. So the right to keep and bear arms of the people is talking about the citizens, right? This is giving the government permission to have a well-regulated military. This is speaking about the type of government that we are supposed to have. And this right here is telling the government that the people, the average citizen, are allowed to have guns. And the shall not be infringed is the caper on the cake saying that it shall never, that there should be no regulation placed on the type of arms that the citizens are allowed to have. Now, in the Second Amendment debate, you'll have shitbags like libertarians try to say that this part is irrelevant because this is the government talking about its duty to have a trained and regulated military. The libertarians will say this part, the free state part, if they believe in a government at all, is what matters. And then communists will always talk about a well-regulated militia is the part that matters. Neither side sees these two parts.
Oh,
the people.
Abe Dinkus Ray coming in.
Based. The people.
What people?
The citizens of these United States. Right? So that's my issue, right? Because the commies focus on this part, the well-regulated militia, and the libertarians focus on this part, right? But in all actuality, the most important aspect of the Second Amendment is the rights of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It's not telling fascists that you can disarm communists. It's not telling communists that you can disarm literally everyone else. It's telling the government that all citizens within this country have the right to keep and bear arms, and it should not be infringed upon, meaning this bullshit about suppressors, machine guns, all of the anti-weapon regulations that we have that both sides agree on are wrong, according to the Constitution. But again, the communists and the left-wingers typically focus on the government talking about a well-regulated militia, i.e. the military, because at the time the Constitution was written, you either had a professional army or a militia. The U.S. operated mainly on militia forces, and the libertarians focus on the necessary of a free state part because like they don't really believe in the state at all, so I don't understand why they focus on that, but tis what it is. When in actuality, the most important part is the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And that's what annoys me the most when you're talking about the Second Amendment. By the way, Abe, thank you for the raid, good sir. We're just talking about the Second Amendment here. So I appreciate it. Just got dinkest. School education zones are unconstitutional. Well, there is precedent for the government to have areas where weapons are not allowed, such as we can go to the right to assemble, right? In town assemblies and courthouses, they've always disarmed everybody at the door. You can go to the Old West, for example. When you came into town, you turned in your weapons. But I mean, there's in that little sentence right there, because the Second Amendment really is just one full sentence. So, but it is 3 or 4 different thoughts running through that sentence. That's what a comma is. Right. It's the separation of different thoughts within the sentence. So you've got the government establishing its right to raise a military. You've got the government reminding itself that it's a free state in the type of government that it has. And in order to keep that, you have the people reminding the government that it is the people's right to keep and bear arms to keep these systems functioning. Is that you, Vanta?
Yes, hello from the UK. Hello.
What's up, Vanta?
Hey, so, 2T. Salute, OG. Salute.
What's up? 20. All right.
I mean, you can try to troll me. I don't care.
What's the subject, OG? What are you guys talking about, if I may?
We were talking about the Second Amendment.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, as a UK cock, I'll stay quiet.
Well, no, see, here's the funny part, right? While it's completely outrageous for the modern mind to think about the home defense nuke, you had citizens at the time of this founding country that owned warships that would get privatized to fight the British or even to fight the American colonies. Correct. You had citizens who owned cannons.
Yes.
You had citizens that owned puckle guns, which were the original machine gun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's it called? Blenderbuster. What's it called? Blunderbuss. The gun with the funnel.
Yeah. You can shove anything in the barrel and shoot it.
Yeah. We had all that shit, OG, until the massacre of somewhere in Scotland in the 90s and in 1997. No more guns in the UK. Game over. Cooked.
Oh, was it that shit that happened at Trafalgar Square?
No, it was a school. It was a school shooting in Scotland or somewhere, and in the 90s.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, and then it was a massacre. Like the little kids got deleted, and then the government said, "You know what? No more guns." And then 1997, no more guns in UK. Game over. Done. Which is ironic. That's when Tony Blair, the most evil, diabolical prime minister in human history.
Well, now I remember whenever I was there in the late 80s that there wasn't gun ownership back then either. Wasn't allowed unless it was like, I guess
no. Gun ownership was available across the 90s, 80s. It was all okay until that one massacre, and then it led to a full abolishment of firearms for citizens in 1997. Yep.
Well,
And
I
now
know
you
there
can only-
wasn't at least
now you
handguns
can
weren't
only-
allowed.
Now you can only own weapons through like what is it, range clubs?
I mean, I can't even use a spoon.
Hunt clubs.
OG, I can't even use a spoon. Nope,
Well,
no
I've done
spoon.
because I love guns and I love gun culture around the world, and there is a weapons culture from every place on the face of this planet. And since the liberals love talking about how this immigrant group is more American than Americans, and then Republican cucks also say that same shit because they want cheap labor and they want to fuck over, like the political culture of this country is about fucking over the American citizen. So I actually reverse that on them whenever I talk about the Second Amendment. I'm like, yeah, no, bro, Afghanis and Iraqis and all these sand people are actually more American than y'all are. And they're like, what?
Yeah,
What? And I'm like, they literally own automatic weapons.
the facts.
They literally own. It's like, well, it's illegal in their government. Guess what? They don't listen to the government. What's more American than that? And then they're and they start fucking ugly crying. They start fucking ugly crying like a motherfucker. And I'm like, oh, it's only okay to say foreigners are more American when they benefit you economically or politically, right?
Yep. Yeah. God damn. But the OG, I just want to.
Hi.
Oh, Sasquatch, salute, sir. Salute. OG, I just want to show Tweety the reason why the UK has been cut, if I may. So look, Tweety, the United Kingdom implemented strict gun control measures following the Dunblane massacre on 13 March 1996, where a gunman killed 16 children and one teacher at a primary school, etc., etc. In response, the government said, you know what, no more guns because of that. And then it was the Firearm Amendment Act 1997, banned handguns with a caliber greater than .22, except for .22 So basically, and then it was the second, the number two, effectively banned private possession of cartridge handguns. But basically, it just means the UK is just citizens can't own guns. Basically,
the first half limits you to rimfire cartridges of no higher than 22 caliber. The second one limits the access to ammo to exclude those rimfire cartridges.
Yep. Which basically means like citizens can't own firearms. Period. It was a game over in '97. Yeah.
No, nobody said U.S. gun culture is going anywhere at all. I'm saying that the gun culture from around the world, especially in places that are traditional American enemies for my generation, is actually better than the
OG, do you see the pattern? This whole school shooting is a game plan to just get rid of your firearms. Like, you guys are holding on to dear life, but every single time you hear school shooting, is like they're trying to chip away at your Second Amendment.
It's funny. They use the weapons and the equipment that the government specifically wants banned. It's weird how that works. And then they sue a man who says it's fake for the largest settlement in human history, not American history, but human history. And they won't even let him show the evidence and ask for the evidence that would prove him innocent when he says, hey, I would like the school records, the attendance records for those days to double check. No, you can't have the evidence that it was a fucking show trial. It was not proving him a liar. It was making an example of him so everyone else doesn't ask these questions.
Alex Jones is the Guy Fawkes of America.
You don't have to say his name. There's a reason I didn't say his name.
Oh, goddamn. I apologize. Goddamn.
There's a reason I didn't say the school. There's a reason I didn't say what it was going on.
No. I just said the name. I didn't mention the school. Yeah. I know. My bad. Is that TOS? Is his name TOS? God damn.
Yes, unironically, yes.
Oh my god.
But no, like, it's weird that it always happens. It's weird that it's never a father whose daughter was, raped by a teacher. It's always some mentally unhinged, mentally unstable person that was on the FBI's radar. but they never do anything about. And it's funny that all this shit started happening around the world when Reagan led the charge for the international dismemberment, because it wasn't just the U.S. The entire West followed suit with this libertarian capitalist bullshit, where they're shutting down anything state to take care of the retardeds and the fucking mentally ill. Because around the same time Reagan shut down the...
Hold on, Vanta. I'm pretty sure that shutting down the treatment and management and housing of the mentally unfit was the linchpin of the Democrat Party rise. Because those crazy people used to be in freaking homes and safe locations where they could be cared for, and now they're voting.
I just said that earlier at 8.
Well, I don't disagree, but the thing is, Reagan was a Republican, and it was the libertarian right that shot themselves in the foot by doing it.
Yeah, now I hear you, but I mean, Reagan was a Republican the same way that Trump's a Republican. I mean, like, he wasn't really. When you look at the things...
Hold on, because like I want to agree with you, but that's the problem with conservatives. Today's conservative was yesterday's liberal. I offer a true right, a true traditionalist party. People just don't like it because they've been molded to be libertarian fuckers.
This motherfucker's far left and trying to pitch it as far right, dick.
Well, I mean, look, it is right wing to take care of the most vulnerable of your society. Shit! Everybody, shut up. Ike, thank you. Supporting 2A content, supporting taking audience suggestions. ETV, I don't know what ETV means. I'm sorry, Ike. I'm assuming it means etc. or some form of it. Thank you, good sir. Here is some. Actually, you don't like the conversation being interrupted. Never mind. I almost forgot. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna show him some booty cheeks, OG.
No, stop. Ike does not like the conversation being interrupted. So let's get back on track. He doesn't even like to be thanked for it because he doesn't want the conversation.
I created. He's son of Yakub. Yeah.
Well, I agree that as far as conservatism, I hate that word, goes. Like you said, today's liberal is tomorrow's conservative, and that's not because their politics changes. It's because the politics moves around them. That being said, Reagan had an awful lot of very lefty kind of ideas that he put into place. And while he was a Republican, ran as a Republican, and was essentially a Republican the whole time he was in politics, he came from a very liberal environment. The whole California coast had already taken that hard left turn, but had not actually taken effect. A lot of the things that resulted in California having being a single party state were either put into place by the Reagan administration as governor of California or came into effect immediately afterwards.
Well, the biggest issue with my agreeing with you on that is I view the conservatives as, what the fuck have they ever conserved? They've never conserved anything in the history of this country.
Exactly.
They've never done anything. They've always existed to lose. They've never, ever, ever conserved a damn thing. They are always in the pockets of business interests and social groups. That's the thing our founders talked against in the Constitution and talked against the Federalist Papers and said that was a bad thing to even have political parties because of the influence of special interest groups and how it would affect our nation. And this is the biggest threat against the Second Amendment is a bunch of concerned mamas groups. Okay, fucking give little Jimothy a 45 and teach him how to use it. All right.
OG. I found conservatives to be like the heel,
useless.
I look at politics like WWE. It's like wrestling. Kayfabe. You got the heel versus babyface. Liberals are babyface. Conservatives the heel. Conservatives are willing to play the heel because they benefit. They benefit from super PACs and all that. They don't care. They don't care about the citizens. They don't care. Yeah, sure.
None of our political elite care.
Exactly.
The only way that any of us in the West, regardless of our country, is to get out there and show our ass and say we're not going to vote for the mono party. All of this fucking Trump love, like people forget that people literally prayed to Trump after his first term, saying, "Please protect me, Mr. Trump. Oh God, please protect me, Mr. Donald Trump." Like it's fucking retarded. They got their windows smashed. Like I don't like Donald Trump. I cheer on the things that are right wing that these right wing populists do. Not because I agree with Trump and I think that is going to matter. It's because when the right-wing policies that they push are successful and then they turn around and walk them back because they're designed to lose, it lets the people see that the right wing is successful and the way to go, and people will go further right.
But also OG, as an outsider, when I see these, Americans say, "Oh, we hate the two-party system. We need more parties." I'm like, look at the UK, look at Canada, look at Australia. They have multiple parties that are still the same shit. It's all shit, bro. 2-party, 1-party,
well,
5 parties.
That's the problem with parliamentarianism. Is you get multiple people with the same ideology, just slightly different for whatever group. You have the socialists, the communists, and the champagne socialists. What's the difference? The socialists are typically the working class. I can rock with them because they're like the Teddy Roosevelts. Thinkers, fair work for fair pay. I don't want to get rid of the rich. I just want them to pay me a decent wage for my work, and I want to have a family. I rock with that. Then you've got the champagne socialists, which talk like communists. They're rich fuckers, but they're capitalists.
Yeah, they're capitalists. They're capitalists deep down.
They're just rich and out of touch. And they whip up fucking young retards and mentally ill people with these
call that J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter art.
J.K. Rowling. I'd say even people like Howard Stern. I would say
Jimmy Kimmel.
Destiny, Hassan Piker, like all those type of people.
Yes.
They whip up people and they want to disarm their political opponents, but keep weapons for themselves, and that's where you get into communism, right? You get actual retards that push communists that literally want to disarm their political enemies and persecute them and kill them. And here's the fun fact about communists. They're typically the children of rich capitalists or the brothers and sisters of rich capitalists who were not on the inheritance list to get their shit put. They're shitty people.
OG, why do you think I'm in the UK, OG? Why do you think I'm in the UK? And why do you think Ilhan... The reason my family hates Ilhan Omar, because Ilhan Omar from Minnesota, her family was trying to delete my family because her family benefited from like the communist system. She was part of the elite that was getting that communist money, while my family was the underclass that was getting deleted. We had to flee. So I understand your point.
That's the funny part, right? So the reason I push so hard against immigration and the redistribution of population groups in America or in the West is because y'all bring that tribal conflict here.
I agree.
Look at the Minnesota elections, right?
Yep.
Like the guy who won beat the Somali because he studied
Omar Fateh. He looks like a demon.
He literally looks like the "look at me, I am the captain now" guy from the movie. Like he looks fucked up. But anyway,
guess what, OG? He comes from a communist family. He has the money to back him up. All of them, all those people in Minnesota, OG, by the way, that's not my people. That's why I don't care for them. That's not my people.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing, Vantus. Some of them are. And that's how that guy, that politician, I think the Hispanic guy, won because he studied Somalia. He learned how to speak your native tongue, and he started dividing the people using their tribal politics, and he turned the people like yourself against that communist.
Yes.
And he won. Even though that guy was, and it's funny because that guy, the Somali, was running on bringing more Somalis here, extending welfare benefits to Somalis.
Yep.
And this is why you can't have a system where you import the third and fourth world, because you become the third and fourth world. You become a player in these fucking tribal politics.
And OG, I'll be honest with you, OG. I'll be honest with you. A lot of Somalis, they do that whole like Ilhan marrying her brother. You do that shit to get them in via visa. I'll be honest with you. I won't lie to you. It's a hustle. I don't know why you Westerners, Americans, Europeans, why you allow this shit to happen. Why do you allow it? Like,
we don't allow it to happen. We have subversive elements within our political system, and I'm not just gonna go, it's the Jews, because there's plenty of non-Jewish people that do it as well. Like being a Jewsburg is not gonna fix the problem.
No.
Now, not calling them out is wrong and stupid, but it's not just the Jews. There's a bunch of whites and blacks and people that sell out their countries all the fucking time. Yeah, it's about money and short-term gain. Instead of forcing people to think about the long-term repercussions or long-term gain, they're all about what can I get now. And that's why I get so angry about the upper classes and boomers talking about, well, you can't buy a house because you buy fucking avocado toast and coffee every day. Like, bitch, y'all keep, like, literally, it's funny. There's two things going on that infuriate me, right? And one of them is happening in Florida. Like, Florida is talking about getting rid of property tax, and property tax has existed since before the 1800s in the U.S., but the reason it's so fucking popular in Florida is it's the last thing that boomers have to pay to this society, and boomers are so much like, nah, fuck this, fuck these kids, fuck society, I don't care, only me. And it's the last it's the last obligation boomers have to society.
OG, you know
taxation that goes directly to the local schools and community. The rest of it, Vanta, basically gets reallocated off to the federal government as part of the weird freaking monetary exchange back and forth between the states and the feds. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And then
personally, I want public schools to be abolished. Personally. Abolish public schools.
Well, you're a tribal African. No one cares what you think.
No. I'm saying no. Wait. God damn. You have to go there. I'm saying OG.
Let me say it in a way you can understand it, Vanta. All right.
Racist. That's racist.
You know I love you, bro.
Racist. I know.
You know I love you.
Did you just click it now? Is he a clicker?
No, I don't know if Vanta's try. I don't know if where Vanta comes from.
Listen, I speak.
But he speaks the Queen's English because he don't respect the King.
Yes, I speak the Queen's English. I read Shakespeare. I read Shakespeare.
No, I just gotta fuck with Vanta because he's my homie. If I don't fuck with you, I don't like you, honestly.
Listen, OG, we need to sing Disney songs more often.
we definitely do. Mm-hmm. I was just so damn tired on when Emmett was live that I just couldn't. But the thing is, right, and then like the 50-year mortgage, right? That's not the answer to buying a home. You wind up spending like $600,000 more.
Oh, OG,
it's not
OG,
the answer. Usury, more banking is not the answer.
OG, do you know the Latin term for mortgage? It means death contract. God damn, that sounds diabolical.
Because that's what it is.
Yes.
This is why I refuse to talk economics with Flo, because he knows I know what I'm talking about on economics, and we'll wind up yelling and screaming at each other about usury, and that's what it'll dive down to. Because he's a former banker, he's a libertarian. He thinks it's okay to fuck people over to make money.
Listen, I used to be a lowbird. But then I realized, this shit, this is a lie.
Well, you can ask Corn Pops. The type of fascist I am is a libertarian fascist. I hate saying that and I hate admitting it. But when I say a libertarian fascist, the libertarian part does not mean that I think that like everything is okay just because it doesn't hurt anybody. It's literally the government shouldn't micromanage its citizens because citizens aren't subjects. That's literally the extent of my libertarianism.
Anarcho-communist is like my ultimate nightmare. Like I'll just
anarcho-capitalism is like just as bad, if not worse, than anarcho-communism.
You know what? You're right. It is the same shit.
Because that's where you get these so-called death contracts from. Like, you think usury's bad now? Eliminate government regulation. Like, government regulation is the only way the common man has to fight against usurers.
I just know in that situation, Chuck will take my ass. Like, people like Chuck will dominate. Just taking people.
No, dude, Chuck. I don't think Chuck disagrees. Like, I think Chuck only just left because he lost connection. Like, Chuck knows. I don't blame all boomers for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I pick on Tootie, and I call her a spiritual boomer all the time.
Listen,
because of her take on property tax.
Tootie would be a concubine in that future, in that anarcho-capitalist future.
Most
Tootie would
women would.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Most
Because
women
like
are willingly.
Willingly, yes, exactly, Satra. Willingly, yes. Listen,
I mean,
OG in
I'm
history,
moving to Florida for all
when
the
a nation
tax
gets conquered, women are willing to bust chicks for the conqueror.
oh yeah, no,
gotta get
I love showing. Well, that's a fact. That's a human fact.
Mhm.
Women are always the first to betray their lands when they get conquered. They always go with the social mobility, resource security.
Oh, security. But that's where the whole Stockholm. Oh, you know what? Eventually I'll adapt, and
this ain't a shit on woman stream because that's their nature.
I'm sorry.
Because here's the thing about men, right? If you can offer men security, if you can offer men women, and you can offer men stability and social movement, guess what? Men will betray you too, in massive numbers.
I mean, yes.
Women are just because women are the first to do it doesn't mean that men won't do it for the
because
exact
we are
same
the weaker
fucking
of the
reasons.
two, so
Yeah, they need it more than
need
we
more
do.
help with shit.
It's literally in their nature. It's
But
also
I
in men's
thought
nature.
Hold on, Tootie, Doug. I thought you was a strong, independent woman. What don't do nothing?
Look, let me put it this way. I know
How
y'all
do
fucking with
you
Tootie
actually
Bug.
swing your feminist dick around? Good girl.
But,
I like it.
He's a good girl. That was good.
but no, like bringing it back to the Second Amendment, right? Because the Second Amendment is our only way to fight all of these social problems when push comes to shove. People think, and people are part of the fucking cult of kindness. Fuck the cult of kindness. Fuck fake kindness. Be honest and be a good person. Sometimes a good person's got to beat the shit out of somebody or put them in the ground. That doesn't make you a bad person. The tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants and free men alike.
I heard, that's a great quote. But OG, real talk.
Somebody who fruited up on me about that saying it made no sense that it should be fed with the blood of free men. And I said, who do you think fought those tyrants? I mean, we recognize as free men, it is not free. You have to make the donation. You have to pay the piper. You have to gift the reaper his portion. The angels must have their share. Valhalla must be filled.
God damn.
Well, me and my uncle get in an argument about this all the time. That's why I joke around about Flo being my uncle, because my uncle is also a libertarian. He's just not as bad as Flo, and he talks about, oh, you don't want freedom. I said, no, I don't. I want to organize like the humans thousands of years before me did. I don't care. Like, freedom is my choice to say, you know what, this organization and the way that we run society like this is good or it's bad and we need to change it. That's freedom. But being an isolated, atomized individual that is struggling to survive and in survival mode 24/7, that is struggling, that is not freedom. That is a slavery of the mind and soul.
I agree, but OG, let's say, I know it's crazy, but like hypothetically, like, can you citizens defend yourselves against the goddamn military if the U.S. government says, you know what, shut it down?
What did the Taliban? What did the Taliban do? What did the VC do?
I got this one.
Yes, I'm just being hypothetical. Go ahead, Sasquatch.
Seriously. You are talking about a group of Americans who happen to be in the military. Yes, some of them are absolutely indoctrinated and will follow orders regardless of what the order is. Most of them are not. Most of them are Joe and Tom and Bill and Sam down the road over here, and they like to sit down and have a drink at the barbecue on Friday nights with the rest of the neighborhood. Those people are not going to move against the American public. However, let's just take the ones who will. They got sisters and mothers and brothers. They've got a dog back home. They got kids and a wife, and they don't want nothing to happen to them. And I don't either.
Right.
So
yeah, it'd be a terrible tragedy if something happened.
I think Sasquatch kind of. I think he answered my.
No, that's what me and Brick, like the last time that me and Brick actually got in an argument, was me saying something similar to that, and I said that these people, and I said you people talking to Brick, don't have the balls to carry that out to its logical extent to stop the
Right.
government.
Well, see,
And
the
that
thing,
pissed him off, but that's a fact.
everyone always goes, well, they've got tanks, they've got airplanes, they've got nukes. And I'm like, sure. And we have a nuclear option that is more specific than surgical than any nuke, than any bomb, than any plane or tank.
Wipe their goddamn bloodline off the face of the planet and they'll bend the fucking knee.
That I'm speaking of the concept of the Sherman Doctrine directly. Make them squeal.
I think Sasquatch because that's the
for those that don't have family and soft targets that they care about.
Yeah.
Guess what? The act of fighting the American population for the government would destroy any economic incentive that they have to keep fighting.
Right. And OG, I think Sasquatch answered my question in my head because I was waiting for the answer. Correct. Because if I was in the military, I could not fathom deleting my own family who was resisting.
The problem is the tree of freedom. When you speak of these free men, right? Is that you, Joe?
Microphone check 1 2. What is
What's up,
it?
Joe?
What's good, Joe?
So Vanta, the free men, the aforementioned blood of free men,
Yes, sir.
that doesn't just mean men. That means the innocent, the blood of the innocent. Because do you think that there aren't tragedies and monstrosities that happen in the struggle for freedom? Innocent people will lose their life. The government will crack down and shoot and harm innocent people.
I mean, how
innocent people will.
Yeah.
Look into the Shelton massacre. As a North Carolina town was virtually denuded of men 3 times during the course of the Civil War. Once, when a group of rebels found some supposed Northern sympathizers and they executed everyone they suspected. I think it was 37 men. A year later, some Union soldiers come through that area and they found a handful of what they called Southern sympathizers and executed 42 men, including one 15-year-old Down syndrome's kid, supposedly. According to God. 3 months later, within like a month or two of the end of the war, a rogue rebel faction rolled through town and basically tied everybody up in a church, set the fucker on fire, and left. The byproduct of this is an individual named Slick Pete McCoy decided to take it upon himself to kill every single officer involved in that massacre. And it took him 12 years. He turned himself in and he got a pardon for his actions because what he did was murder a bunch of war criminals that the feds were already looking for.
All right.
Wow.
And rightfully so. And that right there, that Slick Pete McCoy, that is the American hero. That is the American legacy. The rebel without a cause, the guy who does the right thing no matter what the cost. And that's a damn proud legacy.
What they call OG, an unsung hero. That's an unsung hero.
I'm going to make the statement that nothing this gentleman did was either justified or correct. And right? I mean, he to my knowledge, he is the only bona fide federally accepted serial killer in the history of the nation.
unsung hero.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. The tree of liberty must be watered by the blood of patriot, tyrant, and free man alike. It does not end. It is something, and it's something horrible about our nature, you know? It's something horrible about human nature. There will always be conflict, but the pursuit of freedom and liberty, no matter what your ideology of belief, is something that is honorable to maintain and keep.
And OG, if I may, real quick, I think, because we live in such a comfortable time. I think we fantasize a bit being heroes and go for glory and conquest. But I think once you truly on a battlefield, that dream becomes a nightmare. Like, I would not wish that on a young man.
Brother, you don't have to be on a battlefield to recognize that that's a stupid fucking thing. I've been shot at.
I know.
I've been in real situations with bullets hurled at me and I've shot back. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun.
It's not like the whole thing is like, I think every man, regardless of age, dreams of being a hero. Yep. That's the inherent goodness. We want to do the right thing. We want to do, but at the end of the day, we have to do what's right for our family and the people we care about.
Right.
But go ahead, Joe. You've been trying to get a word in edgewise.
I forgot. I was digging what y'all was saying. You were saying the blood of the tree of liberty. I was going to say, first of all, what is the quote? I could have Googled it, but I was listening to what y'all was saying. The tree of liberty must be fresh with the blood of tyrant and something alike. What is it?
It's either patriots or free men.
Patriots. That's what it is. Patriots. All right. I think that's what it is. That'll do. And I wanted to ask you, how do you see that happening? I don't see them talking about, not explicitly talking about casualties of war. I think they're saying that you will die in your efforts to kill them.
Well, no. The thing is, they're not just talking about the casualties of war. They're talking about people who stand up and just speak out and that are executed or otherwise harmed by the government or by the tyrannical forces that they're speaking out against. It's not just conflict.
Yeah. That's what
like
I was asking.
Fighting evil, right? Fighting evil is going to get you killed. No good deed goes unpunished. And the simple fact of the matter is, we have the Second Amendment to aid in our battle against evil and our battle against tyranny. We refuse to use it because we're all part of the goodness cult, of the kindness cult. I mean, the cult of being a good person. Yeah, no, unironically. The kindness cult, the nice cult.
He's just doing his job.
And when you aren't nice, people automatically don't like you because you're not nice, because we have had a niceness cult in our society for the longest.
Yes.
And it needs to go away, because a good person a nice person is not necessarily a good person.
Not niceness cult is called liberalism, OG.
No, even before liberalism.
Not if it's Machiavellian.
No, Machiavelli was. I'm Machiavellian.
I'm just talking about the nice part. You know, he is saying it's a tool. Your smile is a tool. There's no genuine niceness. All of that shit is a tool to achieve a higher level.
Oh yeah, I see. You're a mask of. Yeah, okay, I understand. Well said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the cult of niceness needs to go away. We need to normalize. We need to normalize. If we have to be mean to fix a situation, we need to normalize that. And the Second Amendment is merely a tool. The First Amendment, the ability to speak, is a tool. We need to be willing to use every tool at our disposal.
OG.
Oh, by the way, Joe, speaking of the First Amendment, I watched you and Be Brave. You handled that situation awesomely.
Okay, my man.
So, wait, what happened? What happened, Joko? Tell us.
One of the rare times me and Brave got along. Normally he kicking me, or I'm like on his throat. But this time we kind of got along. What did we do? I don't even remember what we did.
In this aspect,
video or something. What did we do?
I didn't watch all of it, but I watched a large portion of it. Reach out to me next time you do that so I can share your videos, because it's hard for the audience to hear you when you're playing a video on your phone.
Oh, that's what it was. I had showed him a video, man. Yeah, that's right.
But I'm mainly talking about the conversation, because that's what I tuned into. I don't think Brave is right. I don't think the global corporate machine can hold down the people if they, exercise their Second and First Amendments.
Well, we can tell listening to you tonight, can't we?
I'm on my real thoughts tonight. I'm not on my okey joke.
OG is on his that sock fascist mindset. Go ahead, OG.
Unironically, like, to me, whenever you think Nat Sock are fascist, I want you to keep in mind what I'm telling you my real thoughts are, and that's the actual viewpoints of Nat Socks and fascists.
Right. This is patriot mode, is how it's coming across.
Unironically, because like, as a Nat Sock and a fascist, right, we need Joe Cool because we can't be everywhere at once.
We need Joe Cool.
When there's corruption in our ranks, we need somebody to call it out.
Listen.
When
Me and Joe Cool.
Corruption in the government, we need somebody to call it out. When there is corruption,
me and Joe Cool.
Wait. When you are a servant of the people, because that's what being a citizen
public
is.
servant.
Your government is a service to you.
Yeah.
the citizen, and the citizen is all that matters.
It's like your gardener. Your gardener don't tell you how he gonna cut your shit. You're right. Your servant doesn't tell the master how he's gonna do some shit. That's what it is. They're literally called public servants. They're supposed to take the job with their heads bowed to serve you.
Now there is a caveat. The citizen, because we citizens are the ones that are supposed to make the law and elect representatives to represent us. We agree to follow the law. That's why they have the ability to arrest us. But when they do so in a manner and humiliate citizens, make them do the bullshit ass humiliation ritual that is the fucking field sobriety test. It's nothing but a chicken dance for humiliation. They've already put in their fucking mind that they're taking you to jail.
And even more, what Madison now, with them people we were just talking about, what they envisioned was the private companies becoming so big that they ran the shit and they were making the laws. That's more akin to what we ended up with, these big corporations by the politicians.
That's evil.
It's corporatism, man.
Well, no, that's evil. That's evil too. And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's fascism." That's not fascism. The citizen matters. The citizen is the only thing that matters. And the thing is, right? So the thing is, our founders said we fight tyranny where we find it. They didn't say we fight government tyranny. They said we fight tyranny where we find it. You know why they said that? Because they fucking knew about the East India Company, and the East India Company is the worst corporation to have ever existed.
Get fucked, America. Get fucked.
That's why you big mad. You still mad about the
I
tea?
do believe East India is the first publicly traded
Where's the 3%?
company.
Where's the 3%, sir? For tea.
Come and take it, motherfucker! I dare. Come and take it.
We're coming.
The biggest reason for the Second Amendment is the British might want their taxes back someday.
But now the British have Islam. You're not the kingdom of Islam, bro. Allahu Akbar. We're taking that tax.
Allahu Akbar.
So we got enough bacon grease to rub on our bullets for you.
Get away!
Yeah, you know what, Joe? You're cool. You know what's funny about Muslims, right? You know what's funny about Muslims? They'll drink, they'll fuck, but one thing they're scared of is goddamn pork for some reason.
I went into the store the other day. One of my buddies owned the store. It ain't like we were buddies before I met him. He's already an owner, but we're good friends now. And somebody, my mom said she wanted some pork skins. I forgot, and I go back in. I'm like, "You got pork skins?" He smiled like, "No, we do not do. We do not do."
Haram, habibi. Yeah, but guess what, Joe? But guess what? They'll sell you alcohol though. They'll sell you alcohol, but no pork. That's haram. Oh no.
Alcohol is just as bad, or even more so, haram in Islam than pork.
OG, can I tell you?
The war.
Judy, wait. Let me tell you one story. The reason why Muslims ban alcohol, because in Muhammad's era, there was one battle. They was fighting the Jays, right? And they lost the Jays because the soldiers were drunk because they drank too much the night before.
I mean, I'd ban alcohol too if that was.
Yeah. So and then Muhammad was like, God damn, my army's so drunk.
The only people
Holy
the
shit,
Jays
y'all.
ever
There was
beat.
just a big boom. Hold on, y'all.
OG, I'm not lying, bro. That's why.
No. That's what I'm saying. The Jays have only ever beat other Jay tribes in history. So I'd be upset too if I lost. I'd ban alcohol too if I lost to the Jays.
God damn.
Like that's
no more
crazy.
alcohol for y'all for eternity.
I swear to God, Joe, I'm not being funny. That's literally what happened. He said,
I'm not being funny either.
Yeah.
If the group of people that is known for getting other people to fight their battles because they can only beat themselves up, I lost a battle because my army was drunk. You're goddamn right. I would go prohibition mode 8,000 times.
Right. But before the OG, Muhammad was a drunk, bro. He was drinking wine every single night before then.
Sound like Moses, right? Was that Moses or Noah? One of them was a drunk.
No, that's why he's talking about the Prophet Muhammad.
I mean, Noah. I read somewhere that Noah was a drunk as well.
Oh yeah. Wait, Joe. Yeah, if I may, real quick. So Noah got so drunk that one of his sons, called Ham, he saw his father naked, and he cursed Ham, and that's where you got the black people, son of Ham.
So there you go.
Well, there is the term going ham on someone. I'm serious.
Is that where it originates?
Yes, because the curse did not turn him black. You ingrate.
His sons, right? That's what.
He saw his father naked and drunk, and then disrespected himself so much so that it drove him freaking nuts. And insanity was the curse that was put on him.
And he said, your sons and sons are gonna be dark skinned, and then that's what
what translation are you going?
No, because Sasquatch. I'm a Cushite. Son of Ham. Ham, his son is Cush.
I hear you, but you've made an egregious error here.
No, okay.
You gotta use big words.
I guess me and Sasquatch
the Cushites are descended from freaking Europeans, bro.
Wrong, Sasquatch.
No, go look, bro.
Well, first off, it's not Cush. The grandson is Canaan, the son of Ham, declaring that Canaan would be a servant of servants to his brothers. That's the curse of Ham. It's not really.
And the translations from the 17th to 19th century all equated that to being either African, black, dark skin, or a slave.
Yes.
But that's the problem here is you're not accepting either the earlier or later translations of the same exact text. So you're kind of locked into this racial bias that exists.
No. That's not. No.
It is more logical that he gave birth to the same race. It's not logical that he really gave birth to 8 different races. That's not really logical.
Joe, you're muddying the water still.
No, it's insanity. It was the unfilled mind was the curse that was passed.
I got the actual verse, and then we can move on. We're talking about the Second Amendment here.
And
Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his 2 brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine and knew his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be until his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord of God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Joseph, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Has nothing to do.
Only thing I did
wait. OG.
Kids will be black.
Joe, cool. So OG, that passage, it means the whites had divine right to enslave the blacks.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like that part.
That was some white supremacy. See, Joe, cool. That was some white supremacy right there. The Shem allowed to enslave being superior to the blacks.
Look, it's perfectly fine to be ignorant. A lot of people want to use it as some kind of a diss against someone, but it simply means that you do not know until you are learned upon it. Until someone tells you or you read the passage yourself. That's all I'm saying.
The thing that I don't understand. Well, first off, you'd have to be a Canaanite, not a Cushite. But anyway, I digress.
OG. Ham's son is Cush. Just look it up. Look at the lineage.
No, his name is Canaan.
Canaan is the Israelite lineage, but Cush is the East African. Is a division. Come on, OG, you should know better than that. With your white supremacy babble. Goddamn white supremacists.
All right, so read the private chat, and then we're going to go back to the Second Amendment because none of the Cushites had guns. So let's do it.
He said they had no guns.
They had the Glock. They apparently have the Glock with the switches now. Anyway,
okay, I'm going to type in. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, who is son of Ham?
But no, the thing about it is, right. So, In that aspect, I will say this: I don't get why he was so ass mad. He's the one that got
I
drunk,
know, right?
and he's the one who sinned and fucking got drunk and fell asleep naked.
I was thinking the same thing. He's awful critical
youngest,
to be passed out drunk the
well, yeah,
night
his
before. You
youngest,
woke up awful judgy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his youngest son basically went in to go talk to his loving father and saw his dad with his dick out in a weird position and went and
Right.
laughed to his brothers about it. And his older, more mature brothers are like, "Well, let's go do our dad a solid." So basically, it ain't even saying. Well, hold on. It ain't even that, right? It ain't even that he was like laughing. It doesn't even say that. It's he went and told his brothers about it. So because he saw his dad naked. He gets in trouble, and his dad's mad. Maybe the dad shouldn't have got this. Is why I have a problem with Scripture. It's not God. It's it is the story of Job.
Oh, here we
Job.
go. Job.
If you look at the story of Job, in this situation, that son did nothing wrong. He was punished. He did nothing wrong or nothing bad.
He was a din do. He
at
was
all.
a din do. Yeah, he's a din
No,
do
it's not. It's not even that. It's not even that, bro. Job, literally, the story of Job is to tell us that sometimes bad shit happens to good people
Yes.
for no reason.
Sometimes bad shit happens. That is essentially the nugget you take away from Job.
OG, pull up my screen. I want to shut down Sasquatch.
Sometimes shit happens.
What applies here is the fact that Job was a good man. He did everything correct. All of the things were done. He was a holy, devout individual, and yet God tested him to breaking, but he did not break, proving that faith is stronger than the dissonance of God. It seems very petty and very counterintuitive, but Job was the best among us at the time. And so if God will test him with such travails and travesties, he will certainly test you with your modicum of unhappiness.
Oh no, Sasquatch. My mother loves Job because she used to tell me that it's like if you go through, because I used to be a sick little kid. It's like you have to survive like Job because he went through his trials and tribulations. And the angel Satan, by the way, is an angel of adversary. It's not literally the devil. It was the angel of testing man. But yeah, Sasquatch, if I may, real quick, OG. Look, Cush, also known as Cush, was the eldest son of Ham and a grandson of Noah, according to Hebrew Bible, Mr. Sasquatch. He is listed among the sons of Ham in the Tablet of Nations found in Genesis, blah 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 blah. Blah. So see, Mizram is a J tribe. Foot.
I see that.
Canaan. Okay, you go Canaan right. OG.
Canaan was the son that he cursed. It literally said it in the past.
I'm saying Cush is the father of Canaan. Canaan was the descendant of the cursed children from Ham. It goes on and on and on. Eventually,
Canaan was literally the person that fucking Noah cursed in that verse.
But guess what? It comes out to Egypt, Sudan. Eventually, it comes out to
all of them would have been dark.
I am
Kush.
There
no way around that shit, bro.
I'm Kush. Joe
right.
Cool, I'm just saying I'm Kush. There you go. That's end of discussion.
All right, that's fine. How does this pertain to the Second Amendment?
Anyway, back to the Second Amendment. If Noah would have had the Glizzock, he would have dealt with Cain and
Noah used the Second Amendment to curse my people, Sasquatch. I'm just saying.
They had the Stone Age Glizzock known as the sling.
Bruh, slings be deadly and shit.
Yeah,
but no,
slings are very deadly, and if properly utilized, slingmen could wipe out pistoliers.
With conkers too. With conkers, conkers that little goddamn conkers. That was some painful shit with the sling.
But let me ask y'all, before we go back to the Second Amendment. Actually, this is mostly for Vanta because you're talking most of the biblical stuff. Where did and Sasquatch too? Where did the Ten Commandments come from? I don't remember honestly.
From Aaron. No, it was Moses, but then Aaron betrayed his brother Moses.
Hold on. Moses was leading the people across the desert during that whole Exodus period, right? 40 days, like the whole
Let my people go. Yeah.
Or whatever it was. when they reached the end of that, just before the end of that travel, Moses was summoned to the mountain. If I remember right, it was either by
It was the Mount Arafat. It was Arafat. The Mount Arafat.
It come from the Mount Sinai. All right.
Oh no, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right.
God called upon Moses to go atop Mount Sinai.
I was being
and that's
specific.
Gave the Ten Commandments.
It was either a dream or an
Nice.
angel came down to Moses and was like, "Hey, God wants to meet you on the mountain." So Moses looks at everybody and says, "Look, y'all stay to the faith. I got to go talk to God. I'll be back." He leaves. He goes on the mountain for some amount of time. It's not exactly determined, depending on different translations. While there, he writes all of the commandments of God's faith. In the process, it's just kind of
he wrote them. I was wondering if they say God wrote them like
wait a
in the
minute,
movie. God
wait a minute.
himself had wrote them on the tablet in the
Basically,
Ten Commandments.
the implication is it wasn't a one-sided dissertation where God wrote the commandments out. There was apparently some level of discourse between Moses and God that resulted, rather than the 556 Talmudic commandments, the 10 that we revere today, being the ones ensconced on the tablets of righteousness.
Now that's more logical for me to understand.
A little more to the story, Vanta. Let me finish. So Moses comes down from the mountain with these tablets where he discovers that his people have started worshiping the idol of a bull.
Yes.
And
the golden calf. The golden calf.
He completely flips his freaking wig, and some number of his patronage were put to death on the spot by the ones who believed. And then the commandments were handed down.
Thou shalt not believe in idolatry was the first commandment.
At which point they built a conveyance for these commandments, for these tablets, to be carried around with the Jewish people from now to the end of time. That conveyance later becomes known as the Ark of the Covenant.
The covenant, correct.
Which is located where?
This is
Somalia.
Actually, it's near the Red Sea. This is Mount Sinai right here. That is fucking beautiful. I would love to go and check this place.
Is in Egypt, between Egypt and Yemen. It's like Yemen, Sinai. Sinai, is that in Yemen? It's meant to be Yemen, the crossover. But yeah, Sasquatch, if I may, real quick. You know who encouraged people to worship the golden calf? It was his brother, Aaron. It was Moses' brother.
Are you sure?
Mount Sinai is like right in here.
Yeah,
it was in the Ten Commandments. It was some crazy dude. It was an Egyptian or something.
Joe Cool, I swear. When Moses went to speak to God, it was his brother Aaron, and he encouraged the nation to believe in the golden calf. And then Moses, when he came back, he's like, "What the fuck?" He banished his brother. Like, you're cursed, literally, Aaron. Sasquatch, am I crazy? In biblical terms, Aaron was the brother that encouraged idolatry. And then Moses came back like, no more believing idolatry. And by the way, OG, the era of Moses was
did not encourage the golden calf in a positive sense. I don't know what that means. Sound like they're about to dance. But he did give in to the Israelites' pressure to create it while Moses was gone. That's a little difference. According to the biblical accounts in Exodus, the people grew impatient and demanded a new God. Aaron collected their gold and had it melted, so he did play a role. They dodged and he played a role.
Yep, he's a punk. He was a punk, brother. He was a punk. Aaron is a punk. And also, by the way, Joe Cool, you know the astrology, the year of that era was a Taurus, the bull. Look at the bull. Taurus.
Okay.
That was the beginning. And then guess what? Jesus. What was Jesus? Pisces.
What month is Pisces?
It was I think January, February. Yeah. And Jesus, when he was born, and the stars aligned, it was the star of Pisces, because he was the son of God. And what did he provide to people? The fish. And what they say after Pisces, the age of Aquarius. Right now, we are in the age of Aquarius.
I've been hearing that since I've been alive. Must be a long age.
See this shit, bro.
As
All
an,
right, the
as
Second
an
Amendment.
Aquarius, I must say, y'all must
Oh, here we
bow
go. Here we
down.
go.
Y'all must bow down before me.
Listen, I'm a Taurus. I don't bow down to. I'm a bull in a China shop.
Don't worry. I am the water.
right.
I am the water carrier, thus a man. So I will make all bow down before me. All right?
I got a question.
I'm a
Bring
Libra.
it back to the Second Amendment. Y'all probably answered it before I got here. I think OG might have been answering it as I arrived.
Yeah, back
When
to
is
guns.
it necessary to use the Second Amendment? Where is that line?
And all other options.
That's dope. That was a great answer.
When you've spoken to your government and you're about to be imprisoned for exercising your rights, and there is no aid from those above you, you must resort to a force of arms. You don't let them. You don't let them imprison you. You don't let them take you. You exhaust every other option, and then when they come, you make them come hard and you make it hurt.
What the fuck? What?
There's a story that I saw where they
say?
were trying to take some guy to land. I forgot what technicality they were using to take it. Some rancher would had massive amount of land. And when they went out there, the other ranchers, somebody in the town got word, heard they were coming out. The other ranchers hurried there. They stood there with their guns. I don't think they fired. And the longer they stood there, the more ranchers kept showing up. They did that once or twice, and the people gave up, and dude got to keep his land and shit. I was waiting to hear that they blew up the ranchers and took no. It looked like the ranchers won, as far as I can tell.
I mean, business is business. Like, I don't know. I have a question for Joe Cool. Joe Cool, if you had a gun, you hold it straight or sideways? I'm just saying.
Sideways.
Sideways.
Does that give you a wet? Does that give you a wet dream?
No. Wait a minute.
I was just trying to make you happy, man. I know you have low expectations of us.
No, because I seen on Sopranos, that one black guy, like, hey, man, hold it properly. He just did it sideways. I'm like, who shoots guns sideways?
Think all motherfuckers dance when a McDonald's commercial come on too. All
Yes,
black motherfuckers dance.
Bro, I showed OG. Was it you? I showed you the crackhead in the restaurant. Just do a crackhead dance, just slapping the floor. Pow! That man was vibing. I'm just saying, Joe. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying, Joe.
Some nigga violent in the Denny's. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, I can send you some Somalian bullshit too. We can have a cultural exchange.
Oh, the guy was black. I missed that. You saying the crackhead was black. Your racial shit slipped past my sensitive ear. I'll be more attuned next time. Yeah.
Bro, I saw this man in a I don't know where he was, Washington, Chicago, wherever he was. He was recording like, hey man, dance for a cheeseburger. This man just went full, like lean with a rock with
Atlanta. You ever notice how a white man can kill someone, stab him up, eat his stuff, eat him, and no one says that he's a representative of the white race because he Jeffrey Dahmered somebody. However, motherfuckers hear something about black motherfuckers and commits a heinous act, and suddenly he's a representative for all black people. It's interesting.
I mean, like, okay, so for every like one Jeffrey Dahmer, there's like 10 black guys that'll murder you on the subway. So I'm just saying, maybe that's why there's a difference.
I got a question for the panel. Everybody on panel, who here likes Salisbury steak?
I do.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent.
What do you have with it?
Mashed potatoes
and gravy.
Mashed
Use the
potatoes
gravy from the
and
Salisbury steak.
corn and maybe some macaroni.
I like
And
no.
corn.
Get you
and
some.
if you're gonna
some
send
carrots.
it, mac and cheese. If you're gonna go all out, why not?
Okay, I hear you. All right, the request is rice.
Well, rice is
Rice
good,
is
but
good.
you can
Rice
get
is
you
a
some
good
carrots and
substitute
put you a little
for
and put them in a frying pan. Pour some water and some
I
sugar.
can't fry anything. I don't have a stove.
You Americans are gluttonous. Oh my god.
No, it makes
gluttonous.
caramelized sweet carrots, sweet baby carrots.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, bro.
I got
Right.
a
And you
buddy in
don't
Colorado.
want to
She
use too
loves
much.
those things.
So what's
No.
what's the end game, Sasquatch? What's the end game with that question?
I was just curious because I want mashed potatoes with my gravy and Salisbury steak too. But my
No,
wife,
rice sounds like it'll go good. But the
It's
problem
good.
is you have too much starch on your plate with the rice and the potatoes.
Look at him, man.
I'm not doing both. It's either or.
No, either or.
Because that's too much starch. I mean, like,
Yeah.
do you hear her list was mashed potatoes, rice, corn.
I didn't say
and-
corn, or I didn't say rice.
I know, not rice. Mac and cheese.
Corn.
That's
Mac
starch,
and cheese and
I
corn.
know.
she said.
right?
I know.
That's usually for the
Yeah,
picky
that's
little
all-
kid that doesn't want to eat.
That's
anything
all
else but
starches
macaroni and
besides
cheese.
your protein.
They'd say, I got a question for the panel. They said there are two types of people, and I want you to tell me which one you are. There are the type who would rather see 9 guilty men go free than 1 innocent man go to jail. And then there's the opposite. Which one are you?
I am the opposite. I am the opposite.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
Justice.
Too. I can't lie.
Justice. Hold on. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. I want to say it right.
Anybody else? Anybody else, Vance? I
So,
think you said.
wait, okay. So I'm eating. I'm gonna finish eating and I'll respond.
No, I want Salisbury steak, you
He
turd.
Googling shit and
I do
rocking shit.
really
over there.
well. I go and get like burgers, like high-end
Joe,
burgers,
Joe, cool. I don't like talking while I'm eating. I'm saying.
and then
I hear your keyboard over there, Vanta.
yeah.
No, that's me.
Fuck
I want to get the crust. I
I'm
want to
trolling.
get. I want to get.
You want to know how to get that Salisbury steak gravy really, really good beefy brown gravy?
I have found
Oh,
a perfect.
sprinkle bouillon.
Look, of course, Sasquatch already has an idea.
It's not an idea. This is tried and true. My wife loves it. I've yet to find anybody who goes, "Oh, that's no good." Now, I know people who don't like Salisbury steak, and they'll eat mine because it doesn't taste like the typical Salisbury steak. I use roast beef gravy, not just brown gravy. It's a light brown gravy that has a little bit more body to it.
Yeah, we make roast beef and put gravy and put rice in it. My mom loves that shit. Yeah.
But the patties are cooked in beef bone broth. It's removed.
That's not good.
Then
That's
you add the gravy, and that shit works out. It tastes almost identical to the Salisbury steak, but with more body. And
You know all the pussy I would get if I had your knowledge in that area, bro.
Bro, dude, you know
Just
how much pussy
for
I've gotten
people
because of
who
my
don't
cooking?
know any better, Salisbury steak is not the same thing as chop steak. Just
No, it's
so
not.
everybody knows, it's not the same.
Teach us, Tweety. Teach us.
Chop steak usually has the onions and whatnot, versus Salisbury steak is usually just a gravy.
Yeah, I just go with onion powder on my gravy, and that way you don't have the crunchy bits and stuff floating around.
mercy to the.
There you go.
So here's my saying. Here's my saying, Joe. Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent. I would rather 1 innocent man be found guilty for 10 guilty men to be found guilty.
Where'd you see that at?
Wait.
Passage.
Say that again one more time.
Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent.
It's from the concept is from English jurist William Blackstone and is echoed in texts like Exodus and Genesis. Exodus 23:7 and Genesis 18:23-32.
I'm not so sure that's in line with when the new guy came along and
But the quote is mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent.
I think Jesus and the new group would be the first guy.
I don't think at all. I don't think at all that
justice in history used to involve the complete eradication of your family for like a generation or 3.
Yes. Sasquatch, look at Britain. A whole noble family that had the right to be king.
But that noble family's German, so don't start there.
No, I'm going all the way back. I'm going to the Richard era, Richard II, what they call the Plantagenet family, Sasquatch. I'm going all the way back. If you want, sir, I can go all the way back.
You
I may be
could go to
Somalian.
some.
I may be a Somalian big forehead, but I know my history, sir.
You could go to the biblical stuff. That'd be even better. Back then, if you
Oh,
wore
you want to go
clothes
biblical,
with
sir?
two of the same threads from different types of thread, you were supposed to stone that person to death. If your mom left the city gates without a guide, you were supposed to beat her up, or they had all sorts of crazy shit back then, which Jesus would not agree with now.
Right. That's also part of that 570 some odd commandments that weren't enshrined in the tablets.
Yes.
Thanks.
Out of
There's
10.
a list that they were reciting at the time, and Moses being Noah, being some elder teacher position that he held, he would know this because all of the students, as he was, it was, I think, 100. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
There were 146 of them. I think that is the number of them that they had already whittled it down to. And I've read those. If the number is correct, how many reads I've read them, and they are all great in line with the 10 Commandments, and the 10 Commandments are among them. But they had whittled it down to some that were like, oh, that's a cold list.
Joe, cool. I have a fun fact for you. Can I say my fun fact, if I may?
Of course.
So, these Muslim women wearing the hijab, where do you think the hijab came from in Islamic?
Your mama?
I have no idea.
God damn, what? My God, Sasquatch.
Not just your God. We all share a God, sir. You need to learn this.
I said, my God. No.
Who's God? Our God.
He said, your mama.
Our God.
God. But yeah, Joe, cool. You know where it came from? It came from when Muhammad one time, he was having dinner, right? And him and his boy were eating food, and one of his wife called, I think his name, Suwaid. I'm gonna call Suwaid. She was like, I'm gonna go take a shit. And this heifer, she did not cover her, the outside area where you take a shit, right? When you're squatting in the hole. And his boy said, bro, I'm just gonna step out for a walk. His boy saw her taking a shit. He came back home like, Muhammad, I just saw your wife taking a shit. And he was like, you know what? Here's some revelation. From now on, women need to be wearing a hijab to cover themselves. Like, literally, I'm not joking. Literally, that is a revelation in Quran.
Mm-hmm.
Hijab the hijab comes from a shitty place. I'm just saying, it comes from a shitty place.
It doesn't surprise me. I'm sure they have such archaic parallels. Excuse me. I know it's hard to control yourself. I'm sure they have such archaic parallels in the Bible as well.
No, but I'm saying, Joe, cool. I'm saying these women today that you see in the hijab, if only they knew, because they don't know that. They just Muslim in name only. But if they truly read the text where the hijab comes from, I think they'll find it disgusting. Like Tootie, imagine you wear the scarf, right? And you find out that the scarf came from a woman that was taking the shit, and she had to wear the scarf because she got found out that she was taking the shit. Like, how would you feel? Like, ew, I'm wearing the hijab because it came from a shitty place, bro.
Hey, Tootie,
I love history. Just come from a nasty.
Do you know what Gesundheit means? Do you say bless you when people sneeze?
This man saying German.
I usually say Bessie.
Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
You know why they say Gesundheit or bless you?
Do I know why?
Yeah.
Tell us.
It's because they believe that when you sneezed, your nose opened up, and evil demons could rush up in your open nose as you're sneezing. This is true. Therefore, they say, bless you. Now, excuse me. I've told this to so many people. Let me finish. I've told this to so many people who say bless you, and not one of them has said, you know what? Now that I see it's crazy as fuck, I'm going to stop saying bless you. Not one.
It's consider polite manners.
That's crazy.
What they say.
Growing up
That's
in the
crazy.
South,
but what all this got to do with the Second Amendment? Let's get back to it.
No. The second, because the demons are attacking the nose, Mr. OG.
You gotta get the
Second Amendment. That's Second Amendment. Attacking the nose.
I have no idea, don't.
Anybody know that name?
Say that name. Say that again. Which one?
Hey, how may I help you? How did you find the show?
Oh, hell no.
I have no idea what that was. I couldn't
Sounds
even hear it.
demonic.
Ilonusu or some shit.
It's a demon. It's a demon.
It's a
Away
demon.
with you. Yeah, away with you, demon.
One of those snot demons.
Shoe fly.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So here's the thing, right? So the simple fact of the matter is the Second Amendment is a tool, the First Amendment is a tool, the rest of the amendments are just things that are everyday governance. The Constitution only gives you 2 tools, add them to your toolbox. This has been my TED Talk.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the panel, I'm not sure if they asked when is it time to use the Second
I want to
Amendment.
thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. Come on, Joe, you know that song. God damn it, you're black. You know that song.
What
I want
the
to
fuck?
thank you,
God
Heavenly
damn!
Father,
Thank you for that, Lauren. Hell yeah, I'm keeping that one for myself.
for shining your light on me. Come on,
All
Joe.
right, hold it down, Tootie. I gotta go pee.
Such a insignificant
Okey dokey.
blackie, blick.
And this is what we do right now.
Here we go. Really, anime cat. Really, anime cat. My God.
That's OG.
Mm-hmm. That you know what? That Second Amendment on the visual level, I felt attacked. I got shot with that.
I made that especially for him.
That is firmly First Amendment, sir. There's no part of that. That is Second Amendment.
I mean, I'm a monarchist, so I don't believe in democracy. F your garbage, sir.
Okay, that's fine. The second you set foot inside the U.S., you might want to readjust your priorities a little bit.
Listen, sir, Mom, I'm gonna send a message to Mom Gandhi. I'm gonna say, Bismillah, Allahu Akbar. I'll be invited to New York City, Mr.
Yes, I had to pee after that clip. Aloha, snack bar.
Right. Allah, Ballah. We get Arab money. I'm telling you, you Americans are gonna be bowing down. But next time I come to America, you all be praying.
I got this problem, dude. My fucking
Look, Vanta, look. All I'm saying is, if you want to send me some Arab money, the super chat button works now. We don't have to go through PayPal anymore.
I'm good.
I'm broke. Next paycheck, you're gonna get that the UAE money. The
UAE money.
We believe you deeply in our souls. We know that the goodness of your bank account shall come through in my cash.
But just in case, Lauren is making a note of it, and she'll remind you from time to time.
And she's going to tell your God after the end, and you'll have to.
Better not to make a promise than break a promise. Just saying.
Look.
Amen, brother.
I'm an American. Weapons are a part of my religion. All right.
No God wants a call from Lauren. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like a Philip Furious. Gods don't bleed.
Oh shit!
But if he would bleed, it would be a Masamune that cut him.
Listen, the only mortals that bleed are women.
Only women bleed.
Only women. Men don't bleed. It's only women.
Alice Cooper said so.
So about that Smith and Wesson bit that I was talking about. Smith and Wesson disagrees with you, sir. Men bleed.
see, but that's man on man warfare. But women naturally, by divine law, women should bleed. By divine,
a champ could pick up that gun and you will bleed.
Yes. Okay. But women bleed, sir. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Women just naturally, by divine law, they just bleed naturally. They don't need a bullet. They don't need a weapon. They just bleed. Yeah. Women are just. I'm sorry, Tweety. I'm being.
You seem somewhat aggressive.
Don't remind me.
I'm joking. God damn it. Why is my British humor? Why do Americans take British humor?
Vanta, you ready?
Oh, here we go. God, let's go.
All right.
I'll take the lead. You bottom bitch. I'm taking the lead.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
I'm the top.
Let me say it how you can understand it.
Let's get down to
Utica
business. Let's get down to business. Let's get down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's get down to business. See, I'm the top. To defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I was son? You're the saddest bunch I ever met. Wait, back before we through. Mr. I'll make a man out of you. See, I'm superior. I'm the top. Let's go. Tranquil as a forest, but on fire within. Once you find the center, you win. You're a spineless pale, pathetic light, and you haven't got a clue. See, OG's faltering. Somehow I'll make a man out of you.
Notice how that's the only part y'all do clearly.
I'm never gonna catch my breath.
God damn it, Tootie.
Oh, was I full of school?
This guy's
I'm kind of scared to death. Hope he doesn't see right through me. Now I wish I could.
Yeah, man.
You must be scared
Without the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Time is racing
over us. The
Huns
arise.
Heed my every order, and you might survive. You're unsuitable. The rage of war, the pack up, will hope you're through. How could I make a man out of you?
Clears the bell. Clears the bell. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You must be swift as a coursing, be a man with all the force of a great time. Be a man with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Be a man.
We must be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon. With all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Be careful now, Gar. They'll make a man out of you too.
Y'all get a copyright strike. That was so good. They're gonna think it was the real thing. You guys gonna be careful, man. You might get a strike. I thought I was listening to the record, bro. Wow.
Listen. I was
Disney gonna be calling y'all.
OG was the power bottom. OG power bottom. I'm just saying.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
It made me think of a story about one of my gay buddies. The one who taught me how to
you want to make a man out of you
reach.
too?
No. But where was I going with this? Oh,
learn to spell, Lord.
He's a cat who taught me the difference between a top and a bottom. And I can remember him and his boyfriend, which his boyfriend was a cool cat. But when they would show affection, I would cringe, man. I probably still do to this day, to be honest. Yeah, man. One of them laid on the floor and the other one laid behind him and wrapped around him like you wrapped up behind a chick. I ran about the room. They thought it was hilarious. I was like, man, what the fuck is y'all doing?
I can't.
I said, I'm finna go get high, man. I went and got some dope, man.
OG, you want to do some? I can hear it calling in the air.
The rain tonight. Yeah, we can sing.
Hold on.
You gotta find it.
Shit, y'all gonna get so gay.
We might as well, you know, what this Second Amendment.
In the air.
Oh yeah, it's in the air. Yeah. I said, what did I say? The weapon?
It's gonna
Music.
get so gay
Hey,
and
you
Chuck
know,
gonna pop up if y'all ain't
it's
careful.
I can
it's
hear it
related to the
calling
Second
in
Amendment,
the
Miami
air
Vice, you
tonight.
know,
Very good,
guns and all
Tony.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh,
Freeze, don't move when it is okay to pull your gun. Yeah.
Is this what right wing violence sounds like? Yes. Yes.
it sounds like
We're,
Mulan.
we're actively putting you guys in a self defense.
You should have heard it when I got here, man. Jesus.
Listen, I want to
Like
sing
the
the
OG
joke.
was
I want to
rallying the
sing.
troops.
I want to sing. I want to sing.
Tootie was putting the boots on. They was out the door. Then someone played karaoke and everything settled down.
This is Sunday choir-oke.
Look,
Choir-oke.
Tootie said we should sing a little bit.
Let's
So-
let's vibe.
Joe Sasquatch, do y'all have a song y'all want to do?
I don't think so. I will tell you, it's one of my buddies. I was playing a stubborn role, and a guy I don't even like played. It's gonna come to me. I used to sing that shit in line every day I get to methadone clinic. Girls like you. Girls like you. Look like,
Oh shit! Oh, so
you.
that's
I
you.
ain't heard
OG.
that shit in years. Guys like me.
Joe, that's you and OG.
Like
You guys can do it together. Sing that together.
I'll sing it with you, Joe, if you want to sing it.
Yes.
Well,
we gotta get Joe a computer or a laptop so he's not just on the phone.
What pocket he gonna put?
You see,
right, because I'm used to never be in one place. That was the whole thing.
well, that's why I say we got to get you a gaming laptop with like a couple terabytes
so
of
you
storage.
For real. Yeah, let's go. Let's hit
So
up
you
OG.
can, so like we got. You know what? Actually, to help the community, I think once I make my archery video and I get my responsibilities done, I'm actually gonna like run a fundraiser to help to get that for Joe, because I feel like that would help him out a lot, and that would be like community building, and that would be fucking based.
Get him OG, get him a 5060 GPU with the best CPU.
I'm not wealthy now. I'm gonna look up a good gaming laptop that he can use, probably 1,000, maybe.
That's that Arab money.
I mean, OG.
Yeah.
Wait, can I tell you my setup, OG? My laptop is a 3060 GPU, and guess what? I can play any game comfortably, and I have a what do you call it? A 30.
That's what my community. That's what my community.
24 gigabyte RAM.
That's what I want my community to be about. Imagine if Joe had all his like editing software on an actual like computer, and he had the storage for it, and he could run that shit so much quicker and so much better.
Look, when I first got here, I was live, and people were talking about how shitty my quality was. Bro. And when I look back at the chat, someone was saying, "Hey, read the chat, idiot." They had got together, I think, something like $750.
Read the chat, idiot.
A new phone, bro. That was my introduction to this shit. That was like my second or first live too.
Joe, you do good work, man. You do great work. So I wouldn't mind doing that if people are interested. Gar said he would donate. So it only takes maybe two more people to tell me they're interested, and then we'll fucking do that after. Because I gotta fulfill my obligations to what people donated before I ask for more money. So
I heard you say the archery, and I was gonna ask you about that. So maybe that was my opening. I was gonna ask you, how's your archery been going? And you say something about you have a archery video to make.
So I'm gonna tell you there's been some issues with the archery. First, I had the one camera. Now I got.
I'm giving you a warning. Sounds good.
Now I have the two cameras. I have the two SD cards. I have everything I need to film it, but I don't.
You're not
talking
about this shooting a bow. You're talking about other stuff.
Well, I'm talking about making the video of shooting the bow.
All right. Yeah.
So you ready for me to sing now?
So you can, but. So let me say this, because I want to say this to community. The archery video is coming. I'm still working for it. I just got a updated storage, so I can actually have all my editing software and everything on there, because I have very little storage on my actual gaming PC. That's how I got it so good with all the components.
That's what she said.
Tuesday, I should be getting that, and I'm working on it. I really am. I promise you, we will have an archery video sooner than later. But I'm working. Go ahead, Sasquatch. Share your screen of your character.
Yeah, share it.
Hey, I've got a bell on you cats. My sister says dinner is
Oh,
ready.
I was going to sing this just for you, Joe. Give me
I'll get my other phone and put the buds in my ear. Yeah.
Okay,
So I'll be listening.
Banta.
Based.
May I have a moment?
Go ahead, Sasquatch. Go ahead, sir. Sing your song.
Yeah, I want you to mute because you're going to start laughing. You ready?
No, I'll be civil.
You ready? Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's so much drama in it ain't safe. It's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G, but somehow, some way, hey, keep running with the funkiest shit nearly every single day. And can I kick a little something that's whoop for the G's and like few friends as a breeze through? Don't you know it's 2 in the morning and the party's still jumping? Cause my mama ain't home. I got these bitches in the living room, they's getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you gonna do? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too.
Go smoke it out. G's up, hoes down, while you motherfuckers bounce to that.
Y'all make sure y'all vote in the poll.
Wait, is that it? I was going full. I thought
I can do the whole song.
How long that song is like that? Oh my god!
Oh,
Your own night back home. My homie Dr. Dre came by with a gang of Tangeray and a fat ass J. Hey, of some bubonic chronic. That shit, it made me choke. It ain't no joke. I had to back up and off it. Set that cup of gin down. Tangeray chronic, bitch, I'm fucked up now.
Oh my god, I love that song.
Damn, fucking straight up,
bro,
acapella.
this
That
man,
was beautiful.
went raw dog. He went raw dog on karaoke.
Look, listen. There, I know like 4 songs that I'm willing to just out of the box step up onto a stage and perform, and that is one of them. The Gordons.
Vanta, I love democracy. I love the republic. Look at the
bullshit.
The people have voted. You are in fact the bottom
why
bitch.
I hate
You have been voted off the island.
Not the island. Bastards, you bastard in the chat. F you. You know what? I'm gonna have a voodoo doll for every single one of you. Come next week. Voodoo.
Good girl.
Voodoo. I was a better singer. Listen, I'm a better singer
Make sure you give mine some rum, bruh.
I Yeah, you're right. I'm drinking some vodka.
No.
You know what? Yeah. He got me there. He got me, son of a bitch. He got me. He got me. I need some rum, and I'll be better than goddamn OG. OG ain't shit. He can't sing for shit. I sing Purple Rain, bitch. I sing Purple Rain. Can you sing Purple Rain, OG?
Do you do it well, though? Here's the thing: you're thinking of the Snoop Dogg song, and you're thinking that I'm singing that song.
I'm thinking about Prince. Who the hell mentions Snoop Dogg?
I hear what you're saying. But the version I was doing was performed by the Gourds, and it is bluegrass rap.
Oh yeah! Yeah. Tootie told me about that. She told me about the whole.
Speaking of Lauren, it has been an awesome stream. I'm guessing you can tell we are done with the off the top of my head. This will be where this is where I will take suggestions for deeper subjects to actually stream on Saturday, or suggestions for the show from the crowd. So if you got any suggestions, drop them now, or hit me up in the Discord. If you got my phone number, you can text them to me. Some of y'all got my phone number. Speaking of Sasquatch, do you mind putting your number in the back? I have it somewhere, but I don't know which one is yours in the Discord.
Yeah, hold up. I will do the thing. Actually, I might have your number. Let me check right quick. I'll just text your ass.
And shout out to Lauren. Lauren, you're an amazing handler for OG. She's like, wrap it up, OG. Wrap it up. Time. Chop.
We also got another Cashapp, I believe, that my phone didn't go off for. I'm gonna have to log in.
I'm
to
making some
my-
homemade style hamburger helper. So
Ooh.
That's a
Oh.
goulash.
huh?
That's a goulash.
No, not a goulash. It's just going to be. I'm using doing like a cheeseburger macaroni one.
Oh,
there you
Vanta.
Turkey burger, the
Th-
macaroni noodles.
Don't worry, OG.
and
Don't worry.
Velveeta cheese. Yeah.
Lauren said, "Never forget, Vanta."
Oh my god. You know what? Thank you for having me on. I'm gonna leave. Bye. What the fuck?
Never meant to cause you
Cause
any
you any sorrow. You know what? I can't even sing the song properly.
We
I
don't.
only wanted one time to see you laugh.
Laughing. I can't even harmonize with this
I
shit.
only wanna see you laugh
Laughing
in the
purple
rain.
rain. Purple rain. I hate you, Lauren. I swear to God, Lauren. I'm gonna uppercut you one day. Yeah. Purple rain. Purple rain. Sasquatch. We're gonna have a karaoke off next time.
Karaoke.
Karaoke off.
Oh,
Sounds
Lord.
it sounds Russian. Karaoke off.
Lord, what have we done?
I only want to see you, babe,
What the fuck?
in the purple rain.
He's not even Prince. He looks goofy.
Your weekend lover.
Lover. Only wants to somehow be a friend.
I only wanted to be some kind of friend.
A friend.
Yeah,
My God, the harmonies in this.
yeah.
Hey,
Baby, I could never steal you from another.
from another.
It's such a shame.
Ah,
Our friendship
shit, tattoo and
purple
rain, purple rain. I hate you, Lauren. I hate you, Lauren. I despise you. I despise Lauren. That fully messed up my whole flow. God damn.
All right.
Lag
Any
messed
final
up your
thoughts? Any final thoughts from anybody? I'm gonna get up on out of here.
I'm gonna leave first. Sasquatch and Tutti Frutti, my twin, OG, my boy. I still think I dominated you on that Mulan song. I'm the Mulan king. Just saying.
Did you make a man out of him though?
Yes, I did. He's my power bottom. I made him my power bottom.
Killer.
Say that again,
Do
Sasquatch.
you
Say that
want
again.
a snowman?
No. Do you want to blow, man? Do you want to start? Yeah.
Listen,
You like to do
OG.
a line or two, just me and you, enough to start the day.
See. Now Sasquatch wants to power bottom you, OG.
That's
See?
crazy.
I'm telling you, you're the bottom of bottoms, sir.
You
You're the
should
ultimate bottom.
be very glad that you're there and not here. You will find out what a power bottom is from a Sasquatch.
Listen, Sass. I'm already scared of Chuck. Chuck wants to take my ass. I'm already scared of Chuck.
Oh,
was that
okay.
Squatch's version of "I like the way you talk"?
You got a real purty mouth, boy.
You know what? And with that OG, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna run away and just hide. Thank you.
He's gonna
Thank you for coming,
run, hide
Vanta.
and cover up and hide his booty.
He's gonna go stroke it, thinking about Sasquatch's powerful arm.
I do. I look in the mirror while I masturbate. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
That's crazy. Any final thoughts, Sasquatch?
I try not to have thoughts, man. I get in trouble every time I do.
I'm shooketh.
Shooketh.
What's up, Miss Cynthia? We're actually just about to bounce out. If you want to come up, I'll hold it down for a little bit longer, but if not, I'm gonna get out of here. Chucking now Sasquatch on my booty. That's crazy, man. Well, Miss Tootie, do you got any final thoughts? I don't know if Miss Cynthia wants to come up.
America, fuck yeah.
America, fuck yeah. This has been a great precursor to the Second Amendment stream that I'm going to do later in the history. I'm glad I could share my thoughts with you guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. If you like the content, please consider donating. And if you don't think it's worth the monetary value, please like and share either way. Join the Discord and the community. We do watch-togethers, play games together. Speaking of games, when do you want to do another game? Because you got those 3 games and we haven't played a lot to justify it.
Oh, me?
Yes, 2D you.
Should we try to do like a day to designate for game days?
Yeah, we can do a game night.
We need to collaborate.
We'll talk about that later. Because I got to get out of here and go do some stuff with Tucker. All right. Much love, everybody. I'm going to put y'all on the back. Thank y'all for spending time with me. I appreciate you and the panel. I appreciate Ike for donating and Alawine, Ashtray for donating. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you all for being here and watching with me. I love you all and I appreciate you all. You guys have a good one. Lauren says she wants to do Jackbox. Well, Vanta said set up a Jackbox next Friday, OG. I will set up a Jackbox for this. Do you mean next Friday? Or do you mean this coming up Friday? But I can definitely set up a Jackbox. It'll have to be done in the Discord, though. That way we can have sound. What's up, Miss Donna in Texas? Oh, you heard your theme song? I got you, darling. Purple Rain. I ain't even going to torture you guys' ears. I do got something for you, though. I got something for you, Miss Donna. Let's check it out. This is Miss Donna's actual theme song on the channel right here.
You're about to witness the sea walk of the incredible. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, dog.
So, thank you guys for coming up. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for wilding out and shout. I love all of you guys, and I appreciate all of y'all. We are unfortunately ending Miss D. We did a whole stream on the Second Amendment, not the whole in-depth I want to do. But we talked about the Second Amendment. I interpreted the Constitution the way I see it. I think I did a pretty good job on explaining what I think the Second Amendment means. And then we had a little bit of fun, and me and Vanta sung some Disney songs. So thank you all for coming up. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Y'all have a wonderful night. Guten Nacht.
Soldier.